Angie, this was all the way up there. It should have been down. Hey, my jam. I made it. Lollapalooza ain't no joke, man. Lollapalooza ain't a joke. You can't get anywhere. Don't go downtown. All right. Give us some tickets. Who's got some tickets they giving to us? Woo! Yeah, let me use those. They're at least a little cuter than these. At least they're pink. I don't know. Yeah. I look terrible. I should not be on anybody's thing. But, probably not. You'll see when we turn it around whether or not you're on or not. You could just either go that way or that way if you don't want to be on. But I would like to at some point get some of your thoughts about like both things this year. You know what I'm saying? Hey. Is that your water?
Yeah.
I thought I bought a bottle in here with me. Go ahead, yes. Burn, baby, burn. Let's go and burn up. Burn up. Burn up. Wow. That is crazy.
Oh, I see words. I used to keep a whole like screenshots of it, and then I ran out of room on my phone.
I mean, anybody who's got to be normal, has got to have 20 people trying to get with them. You know what I mean? Like, mhm. Woo! I'm the top five. And girls, play the music, girl. Although you had an interesting question on Facebook, so it's kind of cool. I like your questions on Facebook, so we gotta unpack that a little bit. Uh, you want to keep a little going in the background, though? You want to keep a little playing in the background, though? And I found again. Do it like you never knew it. All I need to do. I want the world to know. I got to let it go. I'm coming up. I want the world to know. I got to let it go. There you go. Angie. Exactly.
Every Wednesday, like if you don't see me, you'll see Lauren, Mega, you'll even see Carl Jenkins on occasion.
Carl Jenkins, come through, Charles, Carl. Yeah.
I posed a question yesterday on Facebook. I didn't answer. All right, we're there. I was like, I'm here. We're here for it. Are you still with us?
Oh. I'll turn it down a little. Which one is which? That.
This is DJ LORI Branch TONITE Wednesday nights on WNUR 89.3 FM and HD1 Evanston, Chicago.
What up, Lori Ranch?
Let's see. This is Ada.
I'm on too.
Okay, can you hear me? Maybe.
I can hear you right here. I don't have I don't have my thing plugged in, so
Well, hopefully
I probably won't.
This is college radio, so you never know.
They should be able to hear you. You're on one.
So, yes, Greg kind of said, "Hey, Brian. Hey, Carla. Carla Prather. What's up?"
Carla
I was
Prather.
just playing one of your tracks. Carla Prather has a beautiful voice. Please buy her music because it's bomb. So I believe you when you said Greg set a super high bar over the years. Greg has opened up for the Chosen Few Festival, Picnic and Festival for so many years.
He says he's only missed two. This one and one other.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Greg is a local DJ for those of you listening. I don't know how long, Greg has been doing this for as long as I can remember. I met Greg a long time ago back with Craig Loftus, and we were just starting out. And he was a sound guy and a DJ, and he would set up parties for me and stuff. I did Curie High School's high school reunion.
Oh.
No, homecoming dance.
Okay.
And that was in the 90s. Greg set up a whole huge system for us. We blew the whole little place out. It was kind of fun.
Greg.
Yes, the one and only.
He was.
Hey, Keith Carroll. Good to see you.
Greg was my sort of hangout buddy in like the 90s. And all the girls still were in love with Greg Gray because he was the quarterback at Whitney Young High School.
Greg was
The quarterback. He was high. He was on fire. Exactly.
That would be good. You know, when people get out of high school, they start telling all kinds of tales about what they did while they were in high school. Especially people who said they went here and they were there and they showed up there. I was like, girl, you was 8 years old. You wasn't.
You did nothing, right?
You were barely in school.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's
Whitney
true.
Young. With a lot of house heads from Whitney Young.
Whitney Young, you know, they were always the hype, right? And all they
Yes.
say now is Michelle Obama. Every time you say anything, they say Michelle Obama. I'm
Yeah.
like, really? Can we come up with other alums,
Michelle
please?
Obama.
That's all they got.
Well, that's a pretty famous
It's
person.
heavy. It's heavy.
Yes.
It's heavy. I'm not mad at the heaviness on that.
So listen, I want to get into this question. Yes. Who else? Greg was okay. 82. You just got robbed to co-sign on your claim that Greg was the quarterback for Whitney Young. Are the quarterbacks typically the most popular kid like in the school?
Quarterbacks, they lead. They're
They're
leaders. You know what I
leaders.
mean? And so they just walk around, even outside of football season.
Yeah.
People know that they're the hype. And Greg's not ugly, so there you
See,
go.
I hope Greg hears a brain.
I know.
Cordell Johnson.
Cordell,
We miss
also
you.
Whitney Young, right, Cordell?
Whitney Young in the house. Whitney
We
Young.
might allow it.
What other? Hey Andrew, long time no see. What other Whitney Young alum are in our community?
Vince Adams,
Vince Adams went to Whitney Young.
Darling, DJ Lady D.
DJ Lady D. How could I forget that? That's
Yes.
my girl.
I could go on, but
could go
I
on.
can't
They
remember
don't have
all
the-
of
they
them.
don't have the earbuds in front
Listen,
of you.
my best friend, Wendy Willis, is
Okay.
a Whitney Young person. It's,
Whitney
and
Young.
we allow them to hang with
We
us.
allow them
You know what I'm
once in a
saying?
while. Whitney Young.
But she, I go to their Christmas events,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
they always have alums spinning. So of course
Okay.
I'm always right in front there, partying with the DJs.
Yeah. All right, Whitney Young. We'll give it up for Whitney Young, but nothing beats a eagle.
LIN, LIND.
BLOM.
Live love.
If y'all know, y'all can remember.
You get some chants going.
LINDBLOM.
Live love. Nah, nah,
Yes.
nah. I mean, I won't go on. Yeah, I was a cheerleader, so I
Okay.
know all those things.
Kenwood, Limbo, Whitney Young, Hyde Park. I can go on and on. Let's not get started with all the Catholic schools. There was Mendel.
We
So,
will
okay,
go
let's
through.
get into it. There's a lot of stuff going on this summer. This is our sort of midsummer check-in, and I want to go through what has happened and what's about to happen because this is the first. I think, Lauren, this is the first summer that people have been totally out.
And just kicking it,
like,
just enjoying themselves like crazy.
But because pandemic had us kind of locked in, even last year, I think people were still masking it up. What's up, Lawrence Laws? That's right. Lim Bloom.
Remember?
But this is the first year that I noticed everybody was just busting out L7 Square. Just totally out.
I think last year we were still sort of dealing really with
Yeah.
a sort of a different strains of
It was
COVID,
still kind of like
but
our distance.
and we're so happy to be out.
Yeah.
We're just happy to be outside, and
Yeah.
everyone's on tour, right? So we've got
Yeah.
all the major sort of
Yep.
celebrities and all those other people on tour, but also on tour are the heavy hitters like DJ Lori Branch
Yeah,
at
Lord,
every
no.
festival and every I mean, but everyone's out. You know what I'm saying? Like
Talking noise over here.
these lineups have been unbelievable in most of these festivals, things like that. And I think we're just so happy to be out. I feel like. What do you feel like as the talent? You know what I mean? Are you feeling good about being
I
out?
will say this, and I asked that question. The reason I asked that question, hey Louis Green.
Hey Louis Green.
The reason I asked the question yesterday on Facebook, which is sort of why do you do this, is because every now and then I will have that moment, and sometimes that moment happens. I did a party recently, and I won't name which one it was, but I just had one too many drunk people coming up to me making
Lord.
requests,
Uh-huh.
and I'm not trying to sound egotistical, but I think all the DJs out there can relate to this. When you're sort of in a moment, and somebody is not feeling you because they want to hear Drake or they want to hear some radio song that I don't play.
Interesting. Uh-huh.
And there was this one woman who just kept harassing me all night.
Really?
Yeah, she was like, come here. And then she's like, do you have this? Do you have that?
Oh my
And I'm
God.
trying to be nice about it. And usually I have my godson with me who can kind of, but he couldn't be with me that night. And it was the one night that I really needed him.
You should have called me. What's up?
She just shook my whole concentration.
Right.
And I couldn't sort of stop to deal with her. And I came home that night and it was like I was having a really good night until that happened. And it was just sort of like I was getting harassed by a person. She wasn't mean. I mean, she was, kind of nasty, but she wasn't like trying to fight me or anything. But she was just kind of like, oh my God, like you ain't got no Drake.
She wanted her way. That was it.
And when
yeah.
I didn't have that, she's like, well, are you going to play house music all night? I said, well, that's what they hired me to do.
Exactly.
And you probably should talk to. I'm trying to give her guidance about the party, and I'm trying to DJ
At the same
party.
time, right?
So I came home that night, and I was tired, and I had an early morning, and I do have a day job too. And I'm thinking, damn, I'm working a lot because like all the DJs I know, everybody's working a lot this summer. You feel me? You yes, Carl says you feel me. It is a real vibe killer when somebody does that. And I don't want to be one of those people who puts like a no request sign up because I think that's kind of tacky. But I feel like I need to be tacky sometimes.
I think you're just telling the public what's up. I will tell you that I
Hmm.
am one of those people that certainly at certain times I will make a request. I will do that. Sometimes I
Yeah,
do it by text if I know the DJ.
yeah.
Like if, Jesse Saunders was
But
up
you
there, I
wouldn't
would
make a
do that.
request of something that's like completely opposite of what's being
Right.
played.
But the whole thing is that people don't, sometimes they don't know where they are. And so I'm happy we're having this discussion
Yes.
because my question was going to be what was the impetus to that question? And I'm surprised that it was
Yeah.
the what you were suggesting. Like, there was a point where you're like, I don't deal with these people, that kind of thing. Yeah. It's
Exactly, because
like,
I'm like, this is my artistic outlet.
right.
And I know when we think about, DJs in general, like my nephew is a DJ, and he's like, I am really happy being a weekend warrior. I'm not trying to be headlining nothing. He's like, I make, last year I made this amount of money. It was a great second income. I do weddings. I do this. I know how to do it. I have a system, and that's cool. And I think that he has the right attitude about it. And he's like, and I get great tax write-offs. Like he's like, I get refund because of all that we invest in there. And I
Right.
think that as DJs, I just had to ask the question because I was asking myself,
Hmm.
like, why do I do this? Because for me, it is not my full-time profession. At one time, it was, and it was very difficult, which is why I ended up getting a day job. I'm like, this is too hard. The business is too fickle. I don't like staying up that late every single night. And then you get the people who want requests, and it just makes you want to like go back to bed and start over.
But
You
it's
know?
about telling the public that, that's really not, something that you're interested in.
Yeah,
So I think this conversation is good. So people can hear
yeah,
that, you're an artist. You're
right,
doing your thing up there. You appreciate
absolutely.
that people want to hear different things, but right now this is
What
not this
am
is
I
not
gonna like
the flow.
have a like a dissertation
Right.
for this person? It's like
Not exactly.
I'm not talking to you. I just want you to leave me alone.
But
That's
I'm
all
gonna
I
tell
want.
you, I didn't really realize all the time either that you don't
Yes,
always want
yeah.
requests. You're doing your thing. You're not going to be taking requests. So,
I don't mind that if the situation is right. You know what I'm saying? If it's
hmm
somebody I know and they like have this great idea and it's like, hey, did you bring such and such?
hmm
It's like, what, that's good. I throw that in there, in a few. But random folks who are just not in the vibe in the first place,
right.
and I mean, and this has happened before. I'm sure it happens to all DJs where somebody's not feeling your vibe and they come up and they want to change the mood of the party to suit their mood. And I'm not, you know what, I want to get off this negativity. But it was a vibe killer for me. And
And
so I came on and I was like, why am I doing this? And then I realized, I was like, let me ask my DJ friends why they do it because it might remind me about why I do
give me some of the
it. Yes.
responses. What were
Okay,
some of
I
the
would say
synopsis of those?
the number one response to that question was love. It was LOVE, love. It was
Interesting.
something about loving the music so much that it was like it's an uncontrollable desire.
Mm,
And I think that loving the music is one thing. Performing it for other people, which is what DJs do, is yet another thing.
right.
And I know that we have mixed feelings about whether or not you should or should not. I think everybody should do whatever the hell they want to do. But my question was getting at sort of why do you feel like you need to do this for other people? Like you can love your music in your basement, right? You don't have to love music in front of other people. But it is something about that symbiotic relationship between a DJ and the people that they're performing for that it magnifies that love. It
Hmm.
intensifies it. It's like a high. I heard that term many times. It is an addiction.
Mm,
It's something that was that I think several people said in my DNA.
interesting.
Yeah, like it's like I can't, you know, like I gotta do it. And
Hmm.
and I love that about it because it doesn't always mean you're playing a stadium. Sometimes it's like you playing to whoever it is that's in your living room, whatever.
Right.
But I love that. So the question yesterday was, why do you do this? So if you responded, and so many of you did, I was really impressed that people took the time to do that. So I want to say thank you to respond because it did help me remember why I did it.
It was a great question. You're on fire with the questions these days,
She said,
Lori.
it's the people, Chip said, Chip Davis, hey Chip,
Hey, Chip.
it's the people who approach me at two songs into the set and ask for requests that hurt me the most. Yeah, I don't like requests.
You know what? You have to, I'm so happy you said that
Okay.
because, in all honesty, I've done that several times. We just had a sort of a homecoming event,
Uh-huh.
and this younger guy was playing a lot of hip hop,
Yeah.
and all the older people like myself are like, "Who is this guy?" Let's try to get, that kind of thing. And, so we have to I think the public has to understand that, as a DJ, you're doing your
Right.
thing. You're going to put
You
something,
are a
yeah,
guest
exactly.
in this party.
Yeah,
Like, unless
exactly.
somebody hired you to come and harass me, you could go somewhere else.
So it's good to know. Andrew, did
Yeah.
you realize that the DJs didn't really,
Yes.
really want requests?
The DJ should take a crowd on a journey, learn this crowd quickly. All right, so
Right.
Harrison, this is how I feel about that. Mike Fever, thank you. Sending love to you and to your wife.
All jokes aside, I only do it with DJs I know.
You only
Right.
do it with DJs you know.
There you go.
Me too. Me too. A wedding is different. Learning your crowd is different. So I agree with you that it is good to appeal to the people that you're playing for because you don't want an empty dance floor. You shouldn't be such a purist that you're like, this is what I'm playing and good luck to everyone.
Right.
I'm talking about striking a balance. And a wedding is different. If it's a wedding, I'm like, send me your list. Like, what do you want to hear?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's your day. I want to play exactly what you want to hear, and I will spice it up with what I think needs to happen. But I think that it should be within a realm of like what's happening, like the vibe. Don't try to kill the vibe so you can have. And here's the thing that kills me is people who want to do a request will not dance off the song. I don't want to try to play this for you. You're saying no.
Exactly. You want to hear, you want to dance to it. You just want to listen to it. You can listen to it on the radio or something like that. Yeah.
Thank you.
That's so funny.
So yeah, some of the answers to the questions was the DNA. Right, Mike, you know what I'm talking about. Mike did my wedding. Mike Fever.
Interesting.
Yes, he did.
Very nice.
And Mike was one of those who was like, "What do you want to hear?" And I was like, "Just do your thing. Just do your thing." And then I ended up having requests. Would you play that? Would you play that?
Then the list comes out, right?
Yeah, it comes out because it's like DJs are like plumbers who fix everybody's pipes and at home there's a leaking. That's how we are with our own stuff. Like I'll be having a party. I was like, I should hire a DJ for this. I'm like, why am I trying to do this while I'm on playing?
True.
Yeah. So Alan King. Hey Alan King, big ups to Alan King.
Hey, Alan.
Wonderful job, chosen few picnic and festival.
That was awesome.
Once again,
we have a recap coming up on that. We got a
Yes.
recap coming up.
We do want to do a recap, but Alan says he was once offered $100 to play a certain song that was way outside. You said no thanks, and the person was stunned.
$100? I mean,
Yeah,
that's a lot of money, actually.
It's not enough to kill the vibe.
Clearly not.
Like how much, Alan? How much would it?
Yeah, what is the magic number on that?
What it would have taken you to kill the vibe?
Exactly. I'd be like, but it would have been over like that.
What number would it kill the vibe? How much would it take to offer you to kill the vibe?
Put on the slow song. See, back in the day, y'all used to kill the vibe all the time, right? All of a sudden, the slow song would come on out of nowhere. Come on.
Right.
I just remember the slow song coming on and driving me nuts. I was like, the party is going. They should have slow song. So again, maybe someone paid them a lot of money to put that slow song on.
I'm not ashamed to take tips. I have done weddings. I've done weddings where for super rich people and got a few of those. And I got a couple like, would you play this song? Get $100. I'm like, okay. No, afterwards though. Like I would be like, let me think about it. If I have it, I'll play it. I'll play it. I'll take it. 100. Oh, so you Preston said he played for 30 seconds.
Right, you don't play forever. Exactly. That's my boy right there. I like that guy.
I would say at least 4 figures.
Oh.
So you give me $1,000, I'll kill the vibe for 3 minutes.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, no, I get that. But let's do a real quick recap of Chosen Few. Thank you, Alan, again. Thank you, Wayne Williams, Terry Hunter, and Mike Dunn. It was so wonderful to see Jesse.
Yes, that was wonderful.
In person.
Love you, Jesse.
We love you, Jesse Saunders. If you're watching, we love you, love you, love you. And just the whole day was amazing. And what was funny is we saw that rain, and we're like, okay, it's gonna clear up. And we're out there, and I had like some of my company people out there. They were like, what's going on? I was like, it's supposed to clear up at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock,
Oh man,
1 o'clock.
it was
But
relentless.
then by 2 o'clock, I think we had
Was that 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock?
1:30. It was around 2 o'clock. It was fine. People were dancing in the rain. I had a set, and people were dancing. It wasn't raining much because I played like 8:45.
Well, you were early and it was
Right,
just sprinkling a little
it
bit.
was sprinkling.
Carl did a
Carl
great
was
job
good.
too, and it was raining, but it was a little
Yeah, yeah.
sprinkly. Then it just started coming down.
Then it came
Yeah,
down.
then it started coming
It
down.
just kind of like was a little pregnant during my phase, and
Right.
then I got off the stage, and it was like, okay, clouds open up.
Exactly.
But then it was just magnificent.
It
It
was
was almost
wonderful.
like we just wanted to like give y'all a little sprinkling, and now the sky is open. It was like gorgeous. The temperature. It was like one of those no weather days where it was just like gorgeous. Like you couldn't even feel the weather. It
You
was
didn't
just
even
so
remember
nice.
it did rain. You just were
No,
out there. As soon as that
yeah.
sun came out, it was like boom.
Let's talk
That
about the
crowd just came
performers.
in. But let me tell you, first of all, I was so surprised. I will tell you when
Yes,
they said BB Winans was
yes.
coming in, I was like, why we got the gospel guy coming out here? I mean,
You
I
don't
just
know who
wasn't
BB
I
was?
know gospel, but you think BB
You don't
Winans, you
think
just
about
think gospel. You
house
don't
music.
think about like the house music. So
Yeah,
you kind of forget the
that's
the
right.
couple of house music songs. So
Yeah,
I was like, what the heck? Oh, he was so
he rocked it.
fantastic.
BB Winans
He was
was
fire.
amazing.
Fire.
If y'all missed BB Winans, man, you missed a treat. Liddell Townsend did his thing.
Liddell Townsend was
Yeah,
so good. And I've been begging. I'm like, God, has he been on the show? I would like to
yeah,
talk to
we
him. I
gotta
think
get him on the show,
he has been on the show, I
but
think.
not with us.
Not with us.
That's the difference. Liddell, you have to come on with us.
I think
It's a
any
difference. It's a whole different vibe.
I mean,
Yes.
house music vocalists
Uh huh.
bring me to tears. Interestingly, Jamie
Oh,
Principle brings me to he's
wow.
it just takes you back, right? It
Yeah.
takes you back, and you're
Yeah.
like, wow. Liddell, he surprised me because I
Okay.
forgot all some of the songs.
Oh no, he did a medley, and it was
Yes,
like, oh yeah,
I know.
that's
It was like,
that's him too.
oh my God.
No, you picked the perfect folks. Yeah, Phoebe was great. It was such a special moment. And you know what, Alan? I don't know if you knew this, but when he came off the stage, everybody was clamoring for his attention, and he did a special interview just for us.
Did a wonderful
And
interview.
I mean, he kept y'all in the trailer for like 30 minutes.
So candid, lots of discussion,
Yes.
and just, just so honest.
Yeah, we'll be posting that very soon.
Very
And
soon.
what's funny is that I was supposed to interview him, but I was so discombobulated. Like, I'm usually very chatty. And when I was walking into the trailer, I was like, I can't think of one question to ask this man. And so Ken was like, I'll do it. I was like, Ken was such a good interviewer, and so are you. So
Yeah, he's a
I,
good team member. He
I
was
thought it
ready
was
to
great.
go.
So what was the high point of the picnic for you?
Um, I think I had so many high points
Yes.
actually, but I will
Three
tell you
Jamie
that
326. Come on.
Jamie,
Jamie 326. Well, he was high point for Louis Green.
yeah, he was good. He was so good. I really believe that. But honestly, the performance of BB was definitely
Was
the
that a
high
high
point for
point for
me.
you?
Yeah, he was. I was just surprised. I was like, oh my God, like it was just so good, and he has such a beautiful voice,
Yeah.
such a strong voice,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. It was good. But Jamie was equally as good, and so happy to be there. You could tell, like he
Yeah,
was just on ten.
he was into it.
Yeah,
You know what I like about Jamie 326? He doesn't do the Joe Classell chicken wing dance. Like, I'm so tired of seeing that. Let me dance with me. Everybody wants to be Joe. I love Joe, but let him do his thing. Anyway, uh,
that was fun.
he's
It
got
was
his own.
fun.
He's got his own thing. I will say, and I'm not just buttering you up. I don't know if Alan's still on the line, but when Alan did his set and he played so many like he doesn't always do this because it is a picnic where you have to appeal to folks who only come out once a year and want to hear classics.
That's true.
And so I get that. I was just talking to Chippy about this, and he's like, "Yeah, it's a lot of music that feels like it's older." I was like, "But these are, listen, it used to be called the old school house
Exactly. It was
picnic.
old school
That's what it
house,
was
man.
originally about." So I think that the team, the whole organization, and Kim Parham did an amazing
Kim,
job. Kim,
so
big ups to
wonderful.
Kim.
Yes, love.
Big ups to all of the DJs, and the performers. But I really do feel like it was important to appeal to like the middle ground. Like you have young people out there, you have people coming from other countries, you
Right.
have I met Paris Casavetti, might
Hmm.
mispronounce her last name. You know, people from London. You know, so all these folks are coming in who have different ways of entering the music.
Right.
But you have your base. Your base is those people who grew up in Chicago listening to this music
At
as
least
part of their youth.
at
You
least
know,
50 to 60% of those
yes,
people were Chicagoans who probably don't go out
Terry
to
Hubbard
anything
really killed
else,
it.
you
Yes,
know.
he
Terry was great too.
did. Yes,
I will say this though, I do think every year you can't wait for
no,
the next year. And so I think they have just really just setting the bar every year
hmm,
higher and higher for themselves.
yeah,
And I think it's just fantastic the people
yeah,
they're bringing in.
yeah.
Mr. Zeff, what was that guy's name? Dark skinned tall guy
Jeff
from like
Zeff.
Jeff Zeff.
Yeah,
Yeah. I thought he did a wonderful
yeah, he
job
did a
as
good
well.
job
I thought
too.
he did a good job too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there were some
Or was
really
it Stans?
fantastic
I
performers.
forget. I'm
Stan
sorry.
Zeff.
Stans up.
Stan
Sorry,
Zeff,
I'm
yeah.
messing
Sorry,
up the
guy.
name.
He was so nice.
It pays to have notes, right?
Right, exactly. Yeah,
So
you're a note taker too. You're
I
normally
am.
on with the notes.
I have my notebook. I was
Got it.
DJing, so I got distracted. It's in my
I know.
bag with all my notes in it, but I thought I
Well,
could remember.
I'm gonna pivot real quick. I mean, first of
Yes.
all, we can absolutely talk about you've been on festival after festival. You've been really killing it. But it's 11 o'clock. Let's talk quickly
Okay.
about where you're going next because there seem to be, and
Okay.
again, you're
Yeah.
at all these
A
festivals.
couple really cool things. I am taking a short break. Every DJ out there stands up. Thank you
Stands
in
up.
Atlanta.
Thank
He is
you.
killing it. Um, I'm gonna take a very short break for like 2.5 weeks, and then I'm gonna be doing some stuff at the end of the month. I'm doing some private party this weekend. But then August 25th and August 26th. August 25th is a special event by the Museum of Contemporary Art.
Ooh.
It's going to be the kickoff of a huge weekend that's going to be in Bronzeville. It's going to be amazing. You'll see a lot more information coming out about that this week. But it will be a good girls DJ set.
Hmm.
Me, DJ Lady D, and Lady Girl will be on Cottage Grove. I'll send out the exact address. I'll put it in the notes. And then the following day, do a summer dance.
Summer
So the summer
dance.
dance will be
Everyone
a
come
lot of fun.
out.
Come on out to summer dance. That's Saturday, August 26th.
We
We'll be
already
out
have it
there.
on calendar.
Yes,
Clearly, DJ Lori Branch did not tell us. I happened to see
listen.
it on the
You
website.
have to keep up with your favorite
I
DJs.
know.
You got to go
You
to
gotta
their page list.
Google.
Oh yeah, just go to their playlist. You know, they list everything. You know,
Right.
I put together a list this summer. What else? What else? DJs, what are you guys doing? Let me give you some shine on this show. So just post your stuff or let
Yeah.
me know, and we'll shout it out while we have a little bit of time.
Tag the Vintage House Show anytime, and we would love to share where people are, what's going
Absolutely.
on. If Chicagoans are global, we want to know about it.
Yes.
So
Yes.
please share.
And one thing I'll say is Craig Loftus is doing an amazing job. If you haven't been to the lodge lately, he had a white party. I
Oh,
mean,
that looked tight. That looks
yeah,
sweet.
he puts a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into those parties. The lodge is on 51st and Prairie. It really does give you that total underground vibe when you're getting there, and then you open up into this beautiful room. People from all parts of the city are just starting to discover that club, and he's been doing it for 8 years.
Well, it takes time sometimes.
Yeah,
And DJ Momami is also having events there, if
she's
I'm not
doing her
mistaken.
stuff there.
People are digging the
Yeah.
lodge, but the pictures of the white party looked spectacular.
Tonka
So,
Toy, yeah, great turnout. And Tonka is our famous promoter.
yes.
She's doing the lodge and doing many other things. Dion, hey Dion, he said the lodge is the business. So yeah, patronize the
Because
lodge, people, because we have to patronize these clubs, or else we don't have
there are
clubs.
only so many.
Well, there really are only so many, and
Yeah.
there's only so many that Black people are running. And Craig and his team are running them.
Yes.
You know, they manage the building. They do everything from soup to nuts to that party, the promotions, everything. So I really encourage y'all to check it out. Craig's outfit was very nice. And you know, he's one of these people, Lauren, that is a jack of all trades. Like Craig will like make your out, and we used to do this when we were teenagers. Like help make my outfit
Oh my
for
God.
the
Does he
night.
sew?
Yes, he sews, and then he'll fix the muffler on your car, and then he'll make the dinner for
Oh, love
everybody.
it.
Like when I was in the hospital, I'm making dinner, maybe this gourmet meal, and then he'll like reupholster your furniture, and then
I
he'll make a badass track.
love men like that. Those are the
I love men
best.
like that too. I love women like that. I like anybody who can do that. So,
That's
but
true.
anyway, so Lollapalooza is this weekend.
Lala. Don't
Wow.
come downtown. That's
Hey,
all I got to say. Go
listen.
right to Lala, get right on out. It's madness.
There are some really cool people. I met some awesome people who are performing tomorrow, Thursday.
Mm. Who'd
I,
you meet? Give me
I'm
the
gonna
details
I'm
on
gonna
that.
put all the names in the chat. But Rolling Stone was in town, is in town,
Ooh.
doing some pretty cool things. That's a
Hmm.
project they're working on, and I got a chance to like stand outside the warehouse, talk about my memories there. Like to
Yay.
just sit and if you haven't done that, if you used to go to the warehouse, I recommend it because it actually gave me chills. Like I
Interesting.
drive past there all the time, and it just got landmark status.
Yay.
Congratulations,
Preservation Chicago, big
Preservation
love.
Chicago, lots of love,
Frankie
lots of
Knuckles
love, lots
Foundation.
of love, Preservation Chicago. I also want to say lots of love to President Biden and Kamala Harris and our Secretary of the Interior for giving Roberts Temple
Yes.
National Landmark
Mark
status.
status.
That's my family church. My great grandfather founded that church. We
Wow.
grew up in that church. And because it hosted Emmett Till's funeral, because it was the home of one of the most seminal civil rights events of our country, it got landmark status, but it has a lot of history. So I did done a documentary about it. Check it out. But I just wanted to give big ups to everybody who supported that.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
And if you haven't had a chance, go back to warehouse. I stood out in front of that, and I was asked to sort of describe my first day at the warehouse, and it was really special. Just sort of walking through that memory, standing
Mm.
there,
Yeah.
like because I remember it. I remember every moment from being like 17 years old. I wasn't quite old enough to get in. Had a fake ID. I was nervous that this little chintzy fake ID that I got on Maxwell Street was they were going to turn me and kick me down the stairs. But I was with three really cute guys, and so they were like, "Come on in," and uh, and I got in, and it was just really such a great experience. And Wayne and I talk about this a lot. He reminds me there was a lot of other things going on, but for many people that was their first experience, and Frankie was their first DJ.
Hmm.
For me, that's how and when I entered. I know we all have different stories about sort of how we entered this, but
Right.
go do that. Stand in front of the warehouse, take a picture, and
And share the
and
story.
share
Share
your
it. Yeah.
story. Share it. Do a video of yourself. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do a challenge, like warehouse status.
Hashtag, right?
Hashtag I was there.
Right.
Hashtag I was there. Whatever your club was, if it was, wherever it used to be, go do a hashtag I was there. Talk about your experience, because those experiences are part of our history. Those experiences are why Chicago is so beloved, and why we have documentarians from all over the world coming here asking us about our experiences.
Yep.
You are special. Your experience matters. I thank you. Alan King just started. Come on. Hashtag I was there.
Right.
Wherever you were is important.
That's
So
true.
I know we're running over. That means the students aren't in town. I don't know what was happening.
We could stay here all night if we want to, but we won't.
We won't, because both of us have days on us. So listen, we'll be back next week. Who's here next week?
Mommy is next week. We're also doing a little bit of a sabbatical for the
Yeah.
August. We do have a busy August, so we're all
Yes.
gonna sabbatical and just jump back out in the fall. September will
Yes.
be back live
Yeah.
almost every,
Every
every
week.
day, every week. Yeah.
And so listen, and I'm gonna do an offer. If you haven't been on the show for a while, hey Cheryl, yes, and if you want to come and hang with us, um, give us a call. Let us know, because
Come
we
on
love to have
down.
these conversations. We have collected hundreds of stories, and just a little teaser: they are not for naught. We have many things planned this year, so stay tuned to Vintage House. We love you. We hope to see you soon. Alan, thanks for hanging with us. You
Bye,
are
guys.
the best. All the rest of you, Tonka, Harrison, thank you. Preston, Susan, Carlotta Ellis, what's up, girl? All right, y'all. Have a
Love
good week.
y'all.
Take care. Bye. All right, guys. This is WNUR 89.3.